Welcome to Eric Blackman Music. Hi, and welcome to Eric Blackman Guitar. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to understand, play, and use the C major scale on guitar. The guitar is tuned standard E-A-D-G-B-E, and we'll start by explaining exactly what a scale is. A scale is a consecutive series of notes that form a progression between one note and its octave, typically in order of pitch. The C major scale consists of 7 pitches: C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. This is the only natural major scale, meaning that it has no sharps or flats. This is where the major scale interval set comes from, making it the most important scale. All scales are compared to the C major scale. The major scale interval set is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, meaning that there is a whole step between C and D, D and E, a half step between E and F, a whole step between F and G, a whole step between G and A, also A and B, and then a half step back to C. So there are half steps between E and F, B and C. A whole step on guitar is 2 frets. So if we have C here and go up 2 frets, we have D. A half step is a movement of 1 fret. So if we had C here, we'd have C sharp here. That's a half step. Now all other major scales are modeled after the C major scale. They just begin on a different note. Now there are 7 chords or 7 triads that make up the chords from the key of C major, or that come from the C major scale. Here is how we come up with those triads or chords. We will go to the scale and pick out every other letter of the scale to form our triads. Starting with C, we have a C major chord. And the notes in a C major chord are C, E, and G. That's every other note of the alphabet starting with C. We'll go to D and we'll have a D minor chord. D, F, A. When we go to E and pick every other note, we get E minor, which is E, G, B. F will give us F, A, C, which is F major. G will give us G, B, D, which is G major. A will give us A, C, E, which is A minor. If we go to B, we get B, D, F, which is B diminished. So the primary chords from the key of C major are C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor, and B diminished. We now have a matching chord for each note in the scale. Now these chords are typically used to write songs in the key of C major. Now let's look at the notes in the key of C major. C, 3rd fret, on the A string, D, the open D string, E, fret 2 on the D string, F, fret 3 on the D string, open G, A on the second fret of the G string, the open B string, and the first fret of the B string for C. So that's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. That's a 7-note scale, but we need that 8th note, C, to complete the scale. So we have Now I'll use these notes to play across a YouTube backing track in the key of C major. I will play it in such a way that you will know that the major scale melody is very obvious. Here we go. Now let's play a 2-octave major scale on the guitar fretboard. We'll go up to 7th position, which is the 7th fret, with my index finger, and we'll start with fret 8 on the low E string and play this. I'll show you this based on the fingering that I'm using to play the scale. Finger 2, finger 4, on the A string, finger 1, finger 2, finger 4, on the D string, finger 1, finger 3, finger 4, on the G string, finger 1, finger 3, finger 4, on the B string, finger 2 and finger 4, and on the high E string, finger 1 and finger 2. So that was 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, or played this way. Practice until you get that scale down. That's a 2-octave scale. You got plenty of notes to work with. Now I'll play across my backing track using that scale, and I'll try to play it where it is obvious that I'm using the C major scale. Here we go. I'll play it again, and I won't make it so obvious. I'll randomize the notes so you won't be able to tell right away that it's the C major scale that I'm using. Here we go. Well, my friends, that's it for now. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day.